don't give a damn who don't like me. What you gonna do? Say it with me. Shit.
The Aiken County Solicitor's Office believes that the human remains that were found off of Highway 37 in Blackville yesterday are those of Krystal Anderson, who was missing since 2022.
August 20, 2022, Wagoner, South Carolina. A small town most people drive through without blinking. That night, something happened on Sivern Road that nobody was supposed to see, but someone did. And what they saw does not leave you. She was 30 years old, a mother of 4. Her name was Krystal Anderson. She had just moved to this quiet corner of Aiken County a few months before. New town, new address, a fresh start she never got to finish. By the next morning, she was gone. No goodbye, no note, no phone call to her sister, the one person she called for everything. She did not touch her bank account, did not pack a bag, did not make sure anyone would be around for her children. She just was not there anymore. That should make something cold move through you. Because a mother of 4 does not walk away from her kids. Not this woman. Anyone who knew her would tell you that without hesitation. She lived for those children. So when she did not show up, did not call, did not exist in any of the ways she always did, her family knew right away. Something had gone terribly wrong. The question is not whether she left on her own. She did not. The real question, the one that haunted investigators and her family for nearly 4 years, is what exactly happened on Sivern Road that night. Between 9:30 and 11:30 p.m., somebody was out there. Somebody saw it go down, and what they witnessed is the kind of thing that burns itself into your memory and refuses to let go. It would take nearly 4 years before the truth came out. And when it did, it came up from the ground. Stay with me to the very end. Before we are done, I am going to share something that has nothing to do with Krystal and everything to do with you. A safety tip. Something real, something that could protect you or someone you love from ever becoming a story like this one. Do not go anywhere. Welcome to True Crime Footprint, where we unveil the darkest mysteries and the most terrifying true crime tales. Kindly hit that like button. Subscribe to this channel and turn on the notification bell so you never miss any of our new stories. Your support keeps these stories alive.
I literally told you chittering, eating bitches. The girls that get it, and the girls that don't. Obviously, you don't get it because you're not that girl.
To understand how a person just vanishes, you have to look at where they were living. Krystal had moved from the busy streets of Columbia to the rural roads of Wagoner. It is a quiet place where neighbors are spread out and the trees grow thick. It is easy to feel isolated there. If you have ever packed up your life and moved to a new place for a partner, you know that feeling. Your entire world suddenly shrinks down to just one person. That person for Krystal was 49-year-old Tony Lee Berry. He was the man sharing that house on Sivern Road. Under the cover of darkness on August 20, 2022, witnesses heard a heated, aggressive fight outside the home. But it quickly escalated far past a normal argument. What those witnesses saw next is a living nightmare. They watched Tony Berry force Krystal into the trunk of his car, a 2007 Cadillac CTS, and drive away. Think about the absolute terror of that moment. You are trapped in the pitch black of a car trunk, the engine starts, and you have no way to call for help. Most people watch these stories and think, that could never happen to me. They assume they would see the danger coming. But predators wait until you are isolated, miles away from your support system, before they show their true face. If you think you are completely safe, you are making a massive mistake. Hit that subscribe button right now. Staying informed about these warning signs is the only real armor you have. Do not wait until it is too late to protect yourself. For 3 days, there was nothing but silence. On August 23, her family reported her missing. Police tracked Berry down to a hotel off I-26 in Lexington County. He was alone, the Cadillac was gone, and Krystal was nowhere to be found. They arrested him for kidnapping, but the real horror was just beginning. 8 days after Krystal went missing, her 2007 Cadillac CTS was found deep in the woods of Newberry County, near St. Philip's Church Road. Someone had set it on fire, warping the metal and gutting the interior. The person who started that fire thought they were erasing everything. But deep in the crevices of the scorched trunk, forensic technicians recovered a sample of DNA. It belonged to Krystal. She had been in that trunk, just like the witnesses said. But as investigators looked into Tony Berry's financial and digital records, they discovered a paper trail that changed everything. This was not a sudden loss of control. Berry had gone shopping before the crime. His receipts showed he purchased a specific set of items: a gas-powered auger, a heavy shovel, premixed fuel, plastic coveralls, gloves, heavy-duty trash bags, and a large roll of thick plastic. Let that sink in. An auger is designed to drill deep, narrow holes into the earth. He bought protective suits to keep fluid off his clothes and plastic to wrap a body. He researched how to commit a homicide without leaving a trace. He even had help. His son, Darius Berry, picked him up from a truck stop near the burning car. Right around this mark in most videos, people get tired of the facts and click away. If you want to leave now and live in a bubble where you pretend these dangers do not exist, go ahead. Go to the comments right now and tell everyone else why you think you are completely immune to the world. Let us know why you are risking it. Krystal's sister, Shadria Smothers, started the Bring Krystal Home movement, refusing to let her sister be forgotten. In December 2022, prosecutors officially charged Tony Lee Berry with murder. But they still had a massive problem. They had the killer and the tools, but they did not have Krystal.
Anderson's boyfriend, Tony Berry, has been charged with murder and kidnapping. Berry's son, Darius, was granted bond back on August 11th.
For nearly 4 years, the case sat in a painful limbo. Tony Berry was behind bars awaiting trial, but he kept his mouth shut. Outside the jail, his actions were tearing a family apart. Krystal's 4 children were separated and sent to live with different relatives. By 2025, the youngest child was 6 years old. Because she lived away from her siblings, she felt completely alone, looking at her brothers and sisters through a phone screen on FaceTime. To make matters worse, the legal system stumbled. Darius Berry, the son who helped his father get away, caught a massive break. His charges were dismissed in Aiken County because the arson happened in Newberry County. Due to a breakdown in communication between jurisdictions, Aiken released Darius before Newberry could serve their warrants. He walked out of jail a free man.
So first at 5, an update to a story we've been covering since August. The son of an accused murderer is out of jail on bond. Darius Berry was arrested in connection with the death of Krystal Anderson on a charge of accessory to murder after the fact. His father, Tony Berry, is still in the Aiken County Jail, charged with Anderson's murder and kidnapping. Authorities believe Tony Berry put Anderson into the trunk of a car back on August 20th. At some point, they say he killed her, and Darius helped his dad conceal the evidence by burning the car in Newberry County 8 days later. Krystal was a mother, friend, and sister, and since her disappearance, her family has not stopped looking for answers.
The family brought in private investigator Chandra Cleveland to keep the pressure on, and a special task force called Operation Unpleasant joined the search. When you look at how this happened, you realize how important it is to have a plan. If someone you love relocates to a rural area with a partner and suddenly goes quiet, you cannot afford to wait. Watch the digital footprints. Notice if they stop texting or make excuses for why they cannot see you. Your safety is entirely in your hands. Subscribing to this channel is not about entertainment. It is about survival. It trains your mind to see the red flags before they turn into crimes. Protect your inner circle and subscribe now. The years dragged on until the trial was finally set for May 2026. The prosecution was preparing to fight a difficult case without a body. Then, just 1 week before jury selection, a phone call changed everything. In May 2026, acting on a fresh tip, deputies drove out to a remote piece of land in Barnwell County, near Blackville. Because Tony Berry had purchased that gas-powered auger 4 years earlier, the team knew they had to dig deep. A standard shallow grave would not hold this secret. Deep under the earth, investigators found human remains and personal items. Private investigator Chandra Cleveland confirmed the devastating news to the family. The items were identical to what Krystal was wearing the night she vanished. The timing was unbelievable. 4 years of searching, and the earth gave up its secrets just 7 days before the killer was supposed to stand trial. The judge immediately postponed the court date so an autopsy could determine the exact cause of death. Finding the body eliminates any doubt. The depth of the burial and the remains directly link back to the tools Tony Berry bought before the argument, proving premeditation and locking in the first-degree murder charge.
We are now being told within the last few minutes with confirmation that the Aiken County Solicitor's Office believes that the human remains that were found off of Highway 37 in Blackville yesterday are those of Krystal Anderson, who was missing since 2022. And if this is the first you're hearing of this, this is big news that the Solicitor's Office tells us that they believe that the remains are to be Krystal Anderson. Again, missing since August 2022. And I can give you a timeline of this. Krystal was last heard from, seen in August 20th, 2022. And then later that month, we got warrants that said that Darius Berry was accused of burning Tony Berry's Cadillac, and bond was denied for Tony Berry on a kidnapping charge. Darius Berry was charged with accessory after the fact. and Darius was released on bond after that. And then now, almost 4 years later, buried human remains discovered off Highway 37 in Blackville. The Aiken County Solicitor's Office say they believe to be the remains of Krystal Anderson.
This is the point where skeptical viewers usually say, well, justice is being served, so the story is over. If you want to walk away now without supporting the memory of a young mother, go to the comments and justify why you cannot spend 2 seconds clicking a button to support a family that fought for 4 years. Let everyone know why you do not care. For the rest of you, the discovery brings a terrible finality. Krystal Anderson is finally out of the woods. Her sister Shadria can finally stop looking at the ground, and her 4 children finally have an answer. Our deepest, most sincere condolences go out to the Anderson family, to her 4 children, and to everyone who loved Krystal. Thank you for watching to the end. Your time and attention mean everything to us. Stay informed, stay vigilant, and above all, stay safe. See you on our next video.